Hey guys, welcome to another video here with Queen City Reefs and more. Today we're going to be doing this video a bit different. I am going to try to do this whole video without actually having to do any edits because for those that know me and my family of 6 here, we have been busy for quite some time now. My kids, my oldest is in soccer and in Boy Scouts. My middle is in baseball and in Boy Scouts as well. And then my daughter is in softball and gymnastics. Therefore, Monday through Thursday has been extremely busy with schedules, with their games, coming home around 10 p.m. to get ready for the next day and all that, so on and so forth. So I figured in order to keep the weekly videos coming that I could at least do a video where I can just talk real quick about where we are at and show y'all what the tank looks like as of today. So this, my friends, is my Mega Matrix 310 gallon tank that resides in the family room. It is an 8-foot long tank. It is 30 inches wide and 24 inches tall. I mean, it is a beast, at least for this house. So those that have been following me for quite some time will see that there's been quite some changes here. There's corals that started off as little nubs, little 1-inch frags or smaller, and now as you can see, they are much bigger. And you'll see some white on some of them because I've actually cut some off of them. We had a Reef Club meeting here at the house, and I wanted to make a bunch of frags, mystery frags. So I cut, so I cut quite a few of each, and then I put them in mystery frags, and sold them for about, I think, $15 each, or if you bought more than 3, they were $10 each. And 2 of those were Walt Disney's, of course. So that was really the whole purpose, is to see if anybody would end up winning out of the mystery frags any of these 2 Walt Disney's that I have, one right there and one back there. But nobody did. The closest they got was to this Bill Murray, which Debbie, I don't think she was too happy about it. She expressed her disappointment on Facebook that she did not get a Walt Disney. But Debbie, I assure you that this is a beautiful piece that you got, and it will grow very awesome. It's that piece right over there. All right, so this tank has been running for almost 2 years, or possibly even more. I'm bad at keeping track. I remember the days when I would go to a fish store, and every time I saw a coral that I like, I would buy it. So I ended up being able to fill up this tank within maybe a month or 2, maybe a bit more. And now we are here where I am being very selective of the corals that I buy. Let me show you what one of my favorite sides looks like. Now I'm having to be very selective on the corals that I get because I have no space at all. This is my favorite side. Let me show you. I mean, of course, the front is. It's just, there's something about, and of course, Freckles has to get in the way. Something about the long side. I lost my train of thought. So if there's something different that you see here, and I'll mention it for those that don't know, is that this has become more of a mixed reef tank. And there's a reason for it. The peninsula has not been doing great, to the point where I had to remove 99.9% of the corals in there. The only thing I have in there is a Duncan now. To put them in here and see whether it was a matter of there being some type of issue with the coral itself, or maybe the chemistry in my tank. Even though, yes, I use the same salt, I have the same maintenance schedule and all that as this one, but for some reason the corals, once I put them in here, as you can see, look how long these tentacles are on all these gonnies and the torches. how fluffy and fat my forgot Space Invader Pictinia is. For some reason here they are doing great, so I'm doing a reboot on the peninsula, and I'll bring y'all along on the next update. I don't want to take too long with this tank, being that this is not normally my style of video. So what has changed in this tank lately? From the last update that I had on the equipment, I have actually added 2 additional lights, 2 additional LED lights. So as you can see, you're going to see some differences. These are the G5s, these are the G4s, G5, 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 G4. What happened? So I came across an ad on Facebook, of course, where a gentleman was getting out of, well, actually no, he wasn't getting out of the hobby. He was moving and needed to sell his stuff as fast as possible. And I got these lights for a steal. So I said, you know what, screw it, I don't need them, but I want them. So I got them, and then I decided, you know what, let me move the G4s, 3 of the G4s that I have on the peninsula, from here to there. No, guys, this happened after I moved all the corals, so don't say that it was a change of light that made the peninsula go out of whack. So this is why there's a mix here. I decided that I'm gonna go with the G5s in this tank, and then little by little maybe I may buy some other ones and replace them as I see them go on sale, but no rush at all. So the other thing that's different is that, which is in the stand, and I'm going to talk more about this on my next video. So make sure that if you're not subscribed, that you subscribe to this channel so that I can keep you posted on this reef tank itself, the progress, what I've done, what I've learned, what I would do different, so on and so forth, because you don't want to miss any of this. It will teach you what I have done right and wrong in order for you to be able to maybe recreate the same success that I've had so far. Anyway, so in the stand I have a calc reactor. It is the Avast Marine calc reactor that I have with a Versa pump, but recently the Versa pump gave up on me. I had it stored for about a year before I put it to use, and then 3-4 weeks ago I decided to put it to use, and it ran for 3 weeks. Until then the gear started getting stuck, and for whatever reason it was not working. So after that happened, now I'm actually having to manually dose some of the solution from the calc reactor in order to be able to continue keeping the pH where I have it. But again, I'm going to talk all about that, because in the next video I'm going to touch base on what's happened, but I want to touch base more on why I feel that calc reactor is really, as everybody makes it seem to be, the hype is real in my opinion, because I actually have been able to keep the pH at 8.3 to 8.4 on a daily basis. I've been able to reduce a 2-part solution. Yes, I did say reduce and not completely eliminate, but I'll talk more about that on the next one. And so right now I think that this is one of my big reasons of why I've been able to get a lot of growth, a lot of polyp extension, and then the corals from the peninsula doing so well here. So as far as differences, that's probably the 2 major differences that have happened, is that I've actually added 2 more lights and then the calc reactor. Aside from that, this tank has really been coasting. I haven't had to do much other than water changes. I have bought corals here and there. As a matter of fact, I have a home wrecker right here. I have some rainbow millie right there. I forget, I think this is a Joker Acro or something like that. That I need to figure out where I'm going to really place, because I have nowhere to actually put them, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, earlier I was saying that I'm very selective about that, and therefore that is why I don't buy that many coral anymore. Now the peninsula is completely empty, but at some point I do plan on moving a lot of these LPS back to the peninsula once I feel that it is ready for it. I have to figure out exactly what's wrong. I've done a 100% water change. I've added bacteria, and I'm waiting a few weeks before I start adding coral. As far as stability in it, I would say that is as stable as it can be, to be honest, because I have an alcatronic that measures alkalinity 4 times a day, and I make sure to keep up with that. I make sure the temperature I keep up with, salinity I keep up with, lighting I keep up with, and at this point, I really feel that, if you watch my last video, that there were a multitude of things that it could have been, and I've eliminated most of those, so we will see. All right, well, I really hope you enjoyed this quick, I claim that it was quick, update on the Mega Matrix and its progress. I will have another video coming out next week about the calc reactor that I installed. I'll showcase what it looks like, what it came with. I'll talk about, how long I've had it running, what I've experienced so far, what I love about it, what I might dislike about it, etc., etc. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you guys and gals on the next one.